Do you like a bit of space travel? Or better yet, time travel? Welcome to The Shiver Show. I am your host, Mary Labrie, here with co-host and Space Commander Greg Flynn.
Good evening, Mary.
Greg, are you ready to do the time warp? We're going back in time with Project Mastodon.
I certainly am. There's something beguiling about mastodons. I wouldn't actually call them cuddly, but there's something rather sweet. And now the problem is, given that you've chosen tonight's shows and they're sci-fi, something always goes wrong, something messy. So I have a feeling that's what's going to happen this evening.
Let's go.
Countdown for blast off. X minus 5, 4, 3, 2, X minus 1, fire. From the far horizons of the unknown come transcribed tales of new dimensions in time and space. These are stories of the future, adventures in which you'll live in a million, could be years, on 1,000 maybe worlds. The National Broadcasting Company, in cooperation with Galaxy Science Fiction Magazine, presents
X minus 1.
Tonight, Project Mastodon by Clifford D. Simak. Mr. Secretary, may I present Mr. Hudson of,
Mastodonia.
Mastodonia. Mr. Hudson, this is the Secretary of State.
Honored, sir.
Now, as Chief of Protocol for the Department, I've informed...
All right, Mr. Kingston. I haven't much time. I'm due at a meeting of the Senate Foreign Relations Committee at 2. If you pass Mr. Hudson in, I'll assume everything is quite proper. Now then, Mr. Hudson, I understand you've been here several times seeking recognition for your, country.
Well, that's right. I had a hard time making your staff believe I was in earnest.
And are you, Mr. Hudson?
Oh, very much so.
You are an American, Mr. Hudson. I assume you are acting as a representative for Mastodonia rather than as a principal in the matter.
Oh, no. I claim dual citizenship, sir. I am a Mastodonian.
You'll pardon me, but I've never heard of your country.
Well, it's a new nation, but quite legitimate. We have a constitution, a democratic form of government, duly elected officials, and a code of laws. We are a free, peace-loving people, and we are possessed of a vast amount of natural resources. And
Please tell me, Mr. Hudson, just where are you located? I gathered it was somewhere in Asia.
Oh, no. Technically, you are our nearest neighbors.
That's ridiculous. Now, look here, Hudson, you can't...
If you'll give me just a moment, Mr. Secretary, I have considerable evidence.
I'll have to ask you to leave. I'm sorry, sir.
Go ahead, Mr. Hudson. You've submitted a document signed by a certain Wesley Adams.
Well, he's our first president. You see, we'd like to establish diplomatic relations. After all, we are a sister republic. We'd like to negotiate a trade agreement, and, of course, we'd be grateful for assistance under the foreign aid program.
Naturally. Who wouldn't?
Mr. Secretary.
All right, Kingston.
We're prepared to offer something in return for, one thing. Sanctuary.
Sanctuary?
I understand that in the present state of international tensions, a foolproof sanctuary is not something to be sneezed at.
All right, Kingston, I think we've had enough. Show Mr. Hudson out.
All right, let's have the story again.
Look, mister, I don't want any trouble.
Just tell the story again. You want to cooperate with the FBI, don't you?
Sure I do. Sure, but I just don't want any trouble.
All right, start over. You found the briefcase in the booth.
Yeah, that's right. I brought my beer over from the bar, you know? And this fella just went out a minute before, so I figured he must have left it. I run after him.
You didn't see him, though.
No. So I... Well, I just kind of looked in the briefcase. You know, I mean to identify it. That's all. I don't steal.
All right, then you came to us.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, after all, when I saw that stuff, well, I just figured I was way over my head, you know?
All right. Don't say anything about this, do you understand? We'd rather you just forgot the whole thing.
Oh, sure. Listen, some things I don't want to remember. You know?
Hello? Is this Dr. Harrison of the Paleontology Department? This is Mr. Jenkins at the Federal Bureau of Investigation. We have some movie film we'd like you to look over. Huh? We acquired it. Big shaggy elephants and tigers with teeth down to their neck. No, it's not fakes. Our labs are sure of that. Whatever is on those films is real. No, we don't know. That's why we called you. We haven't the slightest idea where those pictures were shot. We can't even guess.
Ow! What's the matter, Coop?
Well, those flying hypodermics. This is a fine, healthy spot. Mosquitoes as big as hummingbirds.
Oh, careful, son. You're knocking the climate of the capital city of Mastodonia.
Yeah, some capital city. One palm tree and a Boy Scout pup tent. Wes, this is the wildest thing we ever did. What if Chuck can't get back?
Chuck Hudson is a man of many parts. Have faith.
Supposing they're putting him in jail, or something might happen to the time unit or the helicopter. We should have gone along.
Do you think they'll do it, Coop?
Who? What?
The United States. Do you think they'll recognize us?
Not if they know that Mastodonia is the United States 50,000 years ago.
Well, we have to get legal recognition first, otherwise it wouldn't be safe. There goes that Mastodon again. Good old Buster.
Where is he?
Right there. Over by the grove, see? He's lonely.
What?
He probably is. He must have been run out of the herd by some younger bull. That's why he hangs around like some homeless dog.
One thing worries me, Wes. I know you dreamed up the time unit and we all chipped in for the helicopter, but can you just claim territory on your own like we did?
Why not? We found it. It's ours.
Hey, Buster's coming this way. Give me the right.
No, wait. Maybe he's only bluffing.
If that Mastodon comes through here, he'll stomp everything flat. I'll give him 3 steps more.
It'd be such a shame to plaster him. He's such a nice old monster.
One more step and he gets it.
Hey, that's Chuck. He's back.
I wish he could fly that helicopter better. Might wreck it.
Well, anyway, he scared Buster off.
Poke those fires up, Wes.
Oh, they're high enough, Coop.
You don't want a saber-tooth waltzing through here, do you?
Well, we better get a stockade up. Some night a herd of mastodon will come busting in here, and if they ever hit the helicopter, we'll be dead ducks. We'd never get back. We'd be stuck back here in the Pleistocene age. I won't feel safe till we get another helicopter.
Those mastodons carry a lot of ivory. And the mammoths up north.
Oh, sure. And get socked in the jug for smuggling ivory? The only way to cash in on the time unit is to get diplomatic recognition for Mastodonia.
We've got a good case. You said so yourself.
What, a saber-tooth?
Down by the grove.
I don't like that. Sounds closer. Hey, poke up that fire, will you, Coop?
Oh, well, that's Buster.
There he is. He's tangling with a saber-tooth.
3 to 5 on Buster.
Cat's drawing blood. I'll take $5 of it.
Come on, Buster. Roll on him, will you?
Cat's on his head now. Hey,
he's coming this way.
Look out!
Wes, turn him. Shoot.
Hey, got him! Is he dead?
Yeah.
The tiger's gone. He won't get far.
Neither will we.
Oh, no. No.
Yeah, good old Buster. Trust him to drop dead right across the helicopter.
Well, we can fix it, can't we?
We probably won't even be able to roll Buster off of it. The rotor blades are twisted and the frame is a mess. A total mess, gentlemen. We are in trouble. Mastodonia faces a crisis.
Herb, you're the key man in the administration. You swing a big stick on the hill. You can't give up on Project Mastodon now.
Les, it's been 10 years. If they were coming back, they'd be here by now.
Look, I've been working on this ever since we got those films. I've traced their lives from the time they were born till the time they disappeared. Adams was the brains. The other two were quite capable of helping him carry it out. Hudson knew all the angles.
Les, I've sneaked your appropriation through 4 times. Now, there's a limit.
But I've got the proof. We've had every paleontologist in the country go over those films. They couldn't be faked. Who would know to put lynx tassels on the ears of saber-toothed tigers? Who would know that young mastodons were black? And the location. We tracked down Adams' farm just from landmarks in the prehistoric landscape in those films. We've got to contact them.
Look, Les, even assuming it's all true, a planet has only a grand total of resources. If we get Adams' device...
Time machine.
If we exploit resources of prehistoric America, won't we be robbing ourselves of our own heritage?
Look, Herb, I've been over all that with the AEC. There's a lot of lead in southwestern Wisconsin. If we go back far enough, we can catch it when it's uranium.
The whole research project hasn't turned up a lead on Adams' machine, if it exists.
We've got to keep watching that farm. They might return. We've got to keep looking for them, no matter how long it takes.
Listen, Wes, we can't stay around here much longer. Old Buster's getting a little too strong.
Yeah, well, I'll have the time unit clear the helicopter in a few minutes. And then we'll just have to move camp upwind.
Look at him. It's only 2 days since he dropped dead. Bless his heart. Already those vultures are half into him.
I'll have him picked clean inside of a week.
Give me the hex wrench, will you?
Wes, is it all right? The time unit?
Well, we won't know until we try it, Coop. And then, of course, it's too late.
Well, either it does or it doesn't. Problem is, how are we going to use it without the copter?
Couldn't we take a chance on using it on the ground?
No, we have to get up in the air. You don't want to take a chance of arriving in the 20th century about 6 feet underground.
Wait a minute, Wes. It's got to be higher here than in the 20th century. Look, these hills have stood here since the Jurassic era. They got to be weathered down.
Yeah, I know. The only safe way is to build a platform about 12 feet high. That should be enough to clear us.
But suppose we come out on the other end 2 feet higher.
Well, we fall. Which would you rather do? Take a chance on a broken leg or stay
Yeah,
here?
okay. Now, what do we build the platform out of?
There you are, Wes.
All right, I got it. Chuck, comes the next stone.
Now, wait a minute.
Hey, look out. You want a whole pile to come down?
I'm sorry. Okay, Wes, hand it up.
Yep.
Give me.
That's about 12 feet, isn't it?
Well, it ought to be. It took us 10 days to pile it up. Look out, I'm coming down.
All right, don't start an avalanche.
Wow. Pretty soon we'll be able to start all over again.
Mm-hmm. If the unit works.
Yeah, that isn't all. We don't have any proof we've been back here. We'll be stone broke. Another helicopter would cost $30,000. Can't walk into a bank and borrow $30,000 to take a short trip to the Stone Age.
Wes, where do you figure we are? I mean on the farm.
Well, I think we're clear of the barn and the silo.
I hope so.
The way I figured, we're astraddle that barbed wire fence at the south end of the orchard.
Well, we might as well give it a try.
All right, I'll get the unit. You two climb up on top of the pyramid. You ready?
Think it'll work, Wes?
I don't know, Coop. Got pretty well banged up when Buster hit the copter. I haven't got the equipment to check the waveforms. All right, stand around close. Bend your knees a little. Might be quite a drop.
Go ahead. Push the button.
Okay. 1, 2, 3.
Nothing.
Doesn't work.
Well, that's that. We're stuck.
I'm sorry, Les.
There's nothing you can do, Herb. You've been out of government for 5 years.
If there's anything I can do, the board of directors instructed me to offer you...
No, thank you.
Well, what are you going to do? I mean, now that you're retired.
I bought a farm.
Oh?
In Wisconsin.
Well, you haven't given up, have you?
I'm the only one. They closed Project Mastodon down 3 years ago, and they've been hinting ever since that I'd be happier retired. Old Bowers, he's the crackpot from Project Mastodon.
I'm sorry, Les, but it has been 20 years.
Yes, it has. But think of it. From a military point of view, hidden bases in enemy territory itself, centuries removed in time, yet only seconds away. If we had bases like that and shelters...
Relax, Les. It's all over.
Sure. It's all over.
Miss.
You should be more careful. We've only been stuck a month now. Someday we'll run out of ammo, and then it's bows and arrows.
It's cold. There'll be snow soon.
Coop, I'm worried about Wes. He takes it pretty hard.
As long as he's tinkering on that time unit, he's happy.
Oh, he isn't going to repair the unit. He hasn't got a chance. Back in the workshop with the tools, maybe.
Well, anyway, the hunting's great.
Well, maybe we better start saving bullets for big game. We won't be lords of creation around here long without our guns.
Yeah, and if one of us gets sick or breaks a leg, well, nobody lives forever.
Wes is the lucky one. He's got that time unit to tinker with. Come on. We better get back to camp.
Hey, Wes! Come on. Wes! There's no sign of him. Wait, there's a note on the door.
Wes!
Never mind, listen. Dear guys, I don't want to get your hopes up again and have you disappointed, but I think I may have found the trouble. I'm going to try it out. If it works, I'll be back to get you. Wes.
What, a fool?
That unit can't work. He must be off his rocker.
Wait a minute. Coop, look, that pyramid. It took us 10 days to pile those stones up.
It's gone. The pyramid of rocks. It's gone.
Oh, what the... Of all the confounded... Oh, what's going on out there? Rocks? Who dumped those rocks? My car, who's out there?
It's all right.
Don't you move, mister. I got a 45 pointed at you.
Well, I can explain.
Well, you better. There was a brand new car where you dumped that load of rocks. Who the devil are you?
My name is Wesley Adams.
Adams? Man, where have you been all these years?
Well, I don't suppose you'll believe me, but the fact is...
I've been waiting for you for 25 years. The others all gave up.
I'm sorry about your car.
Oh, never mind. I'll be right down. Now, don't touch a thing. Don't go anywhere.
it can't be 25 years. It's only been a few months in Mastodonian time.
25 years. Man, it's been a long wait.
The unit must have been badly calibrated. You see, it isn't accurate for more than 50,000 years at a jump if the setting is moved.
Well, we better call Washington. I imagine you'll want the same terms as before.
Terms?
Recognition, economic aid for Mastodonia, defense pact. Listen, Adams, you've got those saps over a barrel. You can get anything you want now.
The unit. I'll have to calibrate to the day to go back for them.
Oh, don't worry about it. You can have every scientist in the country working on it now. Oh, you've got them right where you want them. Hello? Long distance. This is Major General Leslie Bowers, retired. I want to put a call to the President of the United States, White House, Washington. You can tell them I'm placing the call for the President of the Republic of Mastodonia.
Come on, Og, son of fire. Put another log on. It's cold.
It's good cold storage for the furs. Boy, when West gets back, we'll be millionaires. Furs, ginseng root, ivory.
If he gets back. It's been 5 years.
He'll come back. I feel it in my bones.
Well, he better find it before we get too old to enjoy anything. Unfortunately, there's no Social Security in Mastodonia.
Don't you worry. West is working on it right now. I can feel it.
Hello, Charlie. Some just came through on the ticker. I want you to get a background story on it. And we just recognized Mastodonia. What? How should I know where it is? Look it up in the encyclopedia. Huh? No, the item says formal recognition was delayed 5 years until communication could be established. Certain technical difficulties. What? I don't know. Wherever it is, I don't see what difficulties could hold up 5 years. It stands to reason wherever the place is, you could walk there in 5 years. Nah, it's not important. You know these postage stamp countries. Monaco, Luxembourg, they're all alike. What's so different about Mastodonia?
You have just heard X-1, presented by the National Broadcasting Company in cooperation with Galaxy Science Fiction Magazine. Tonight, by transcription, X-1 has brought you Project Mastodon, a story from the pages of Galaxy written by Clifford D. Simak and adapted for radio by Ernest Kanoy. Featured in the cast were Floyd Mack, Dick Hamilton, Charles Penman, Raymond Edward Johnson, Frank Maxwell, Robert Hastings, John Larkin, and Joseph Julian. Your announcer is Jerry Damon. X-1 was directed by Daniel Sutter and is an NBC Radio Network production.
Greg, we've just listened to Project Mastodon, a 1956 episode from X-1 on the NBC radio. What did you think?
Mary, where to begin? Confusing? Now, let's just start with one point. Now, first up, I'm certain at one stage one of the time travelers boasts that he'd gone back 50,000 years and then he was going to return to the present with furs, ivory, and ginseng root. Well, I realize this was broadcast originally in the 1950s. Ginseng may not have been as readily available, but you can't tell me it's worthwhile going back 50,000 years. Where's something with a wow factor? A couple of saber-toothed tigers.
Yeah. Were these fellas prepared for the fact that ivory would become very inappropriate in our time, and no one wears mastodon fur?
Yes, they never explained where the fur came from, presumably neither from the saber-toothed tigers nor the mastodons. They just don't look like they brushed. A mastodon needs a damn good hair conditioner. That's what I think.
But this was really great. I had a lot of fun listening to this. It came. The story was written by Clifford Simak, and it first appeared in the Galaxy Science Fiction series, which was a magazine published. Used to appear in the newsstands, and people used to gobble that up. And then it got made into a novel later on. 1978 was published, but really, really fun sort of notion of going back in time, not for curiosity or exploration, but real estate development, Greg.
Yes. Well, there are so many layers of what I would call poppycock. There's the real estate development. And what about that? There's one stage they talk about sending an army back in time so it could be transported to enemy territory before eventually popping forward into present time and catching the people who are then living in that country unaware. I mean, this is sort of dizzying.
It seems that whenever there's a scientific discovery, that it immediately becomes militarized in these stories.
On that subject, I'm glad you raised it. Uranium, presumably used in the 50s for blowing things up, not powering things. Nevertheless, I do believe that it takes billions of years for uranium to become lead, not, as these characters seem to believe, about 50,000 years.
Yes.
And they just transport it forward in time.
Yes. I think there's bound to be some complications with that. But I thought this was quite fun. I liked how, there were some cool pro tips in there. For instance, if you're in a time machine, make sure you're in the air because you don't want to travel through time and end up embedded in someone's fence or a wall.
Now, I'm a great believer in, I'm hopeful for time travel, but I do agree with that. That was not a potty suggestion. I always thought of, for example, going back in time to the pyramids, you'd be immensely pissed off if you went back to when they're building the pyramids to find yourself embedded in one.
Help, I can't get out. Just on the production side, the X-1 crew, I think they have a really nice ensemble cast of voice actors that they use, and they got credited in this, which was really nice. And so that they really add a little bit of satirical fun to virtually everything that they do. And this one had some quite nice sound effects, Greg. Did you notice those?
I did up to a point. Yes, I do. Buster the Mastodon and the saber-toothed tiger, for example. Tell me your point of view.
Well, they had some very nice sort of ambient tropical sounds, so they're in a tropical environment. So there was lots of, sort of, crickets and weird birds and stuff like that. And of course, these giant mosquitoes that were buzzing around. Yes. But also when they were tinkering on the time machine, which got squashed by Buster, there was some handyman sounds, clunk, clunk, clunk. It all sounded like, timber and hammer and nails to me, but at least they made an effort to make it sound like they were mucking around with stuff in a workshop.
Now, you're North American, and therefore you can probably differentiate between a clutch of male American accented actors, right? But to me, I just found they began to sound the same. I found hard to differentiate, who's the chief of protocol, who's what's his name?
Wes.
Who's Coop? Yeah, who's Wes? Which one's Coop? And what about? And then there's Herb and Les, and for goodness sake,
it was a very large cast for such a simple,
huge cast, but they are certainly very comfortable with each other, and I've got to say that. And there's one of them there was Dick Hamilton was the actor. I have no idea which part he played. They all blended together, but apparently he popped up in the film Pale Rider with Clint Eastwood. And he was also in Men in Black, the first one, where he was Tommy Lee Jones' first partner.
Oh, okay. Oh, well, I loved that film. The thing that this made me think about, I thought about these, bogus country claims that have been made. So, because this has actually happened where people have actually claimed that their piece of dirt or whatever is actually a new country. Mm-hmm. So I checked this out, and I have a couple for us to talk about if you're interested, Greg.
I'm not stopping you. Go on. Tell me.
So we have the Principality of Sealand, which was created by a gentleman named Paddy Roy Bates in 1967 off the coast of Scotland. And it basically was a sea fort. And he decided to declare it was a country. He issued passports and he had his own official stamp, which is always very important.
Yes. There's a man with a lot of time on his hands and a detailed orient. That's what you need when you've got a new country, the right sort of postage.
Yeah, a little rubber stamp. And despite all of that, it was never recognized as a country, surprisingly. And Greg, I have an Australian one.
Oh, yes?
Sure you'll be pleased with. Not only Australian, but Western Australian. Do you know this one? It's the Principality of Hutt River.
I have heard of Hutt River, but you'd have to remind me of the details.
So this country was established in 1970 by a gentleman named Leonard Casely, I think. And he also declared it a sovereign nation. He had his own currency, and he had a royal family.
That's right. Was he Prince Leonard or something strange? Was he?
Yes.
I don't think. I'm talking about modest. Didn't call himself king. Those Western Australians, they're balmy.
Yeah. Well, apparently this country dissolved in 2020 due to legal issues.
Oh, no.
But I love the idea. It's a great idea.
Quite a time-intensive idea. And the outcome is always slightly in doubt, I would have thought.
Greg, any final thoughts on Project Mastodon?
I love the concept of going back in time, as I've mentioned, and I'm particularly interested in getting the opportunity. I don't know if anybody out there's willing to send me there, but let's forget about furs, ivory, and ginseng roots. I'm going back. I'm thinking of getting a collection of Shakespeare's quills and a bottle of the sparkling wine that was developed by the Benedictine monk Dom Perignon. He created the sparkling wine, and when he tasted it, he said, "Come quickly, I am tasting the stars."
I
thought, what a nice touch for a time traveler. I could be sitting in that time travel machine with a bottle of his champagne.
Tasting stars. Yeah, so the one thing I would take from this, there's a pro tip in there, which is very important when you're time traveling. One of the actors says, you have to bend your knees a little bit, Greg, and that probably explains why I've been having neck pain, because I haven't been doing that.
Well, I'm not at all confused. What, you have got a time machine in your section of your rather grand section of the Shiver Show studio, do you?
Don't you?
No. All I've got... No, I've got some rapidly cooling coffee.
Good night, Greg.
Good night, Mary.
That's our show for tonight. You may not know this if you're listening to us on the radio, but we are also on YouTube. The address is youtube.com/The Shiver Show. We thank you once again for your company tonight, and we look forward to shivering with you again next week.